Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. It's about to get ready to go for a wacky snow ride for today's live summit event in the Crew 2. For this week's event, a brand new vehicle is now being featured. To have a force vehicle is the Proto HuP One Clumsy Edition is now being featured for today's reward card. And especially to have 6 events will be taken on to have a snow themed condition along with 3 skills as the exception. Mostly to have 3 events will be said to be on vehicle restriction, will be using on the Ferrari F40, Red Bull RB14 and the Koenigsegg CC will be placed, and especially to have the Live Extreme series, September Spectacular is now being part of it as well. But there's also to have a brand new hypercar vehicle is now joined in to be ready to go to be riding in for having a very good excellent moment. But that's right, the McLaren 765 LT is now arrived as well from January 25th. So you guys might gonna have to get this hypercar and give it a good try to see how it feels. But I hope I could probably have to get this hypercar before, if I could probably have to get it to have all 6 events, and currently to be stopping in to have the tier progress to be moving on to have tier number 12 as a stopping point as we're about to be entered in week number 2. So I got everything all set up, organized, and putting up with some maximum upgraded parts to be on a per level because it'll have to go awesome and chill to have a nice winter themed condition to be part to get wacky. So be prepared you guys. It's about to go crazy and go challenging. We'll be racing in the snow. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, go click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos in the later future. Now it is time to get ready to go for today's live summit event. Let's begin. The celebration of Year of the Rabbit is going to be so very good to have the recap from Rabbit's Party of Legend as part of the Ubisoft crossover themed summit. But good thing I just finally got 4 rewards all at once, including the Chilling Rabbit's Tire to be listed as an epic vanity. But I hope if I could probably have to get all kinds of more vanities related to the Ubisoft themed part of it to have that good rabbits to be putting up, to have all kinds of different outfits to be putting up onto the tires, underglow, window tint, and of course to have a rooftop. But especially to have one Porsche vehicle is now going to be quite very good to be putting up to be as exclusive from last week. So here I am right now, ranked 4,385th place in 1,229,019 points. Very good job, and extra earnings since we already got the 4 F-150 Raptor Monster Truck Edition. So now this is going to get much more proceed forward to have the first week as we're about to be entered in week number 2 for the challenge to get some more followers to be boosted up and follow on to the main tier progress after you may ever been purchased to have 2 choices between 3 million or 4 million bucks in the Motor Pass system. More followers, spare parts, 1 part in the Monster Truck Discipline, and a Clumsy Edition in the Proto HuP One is now being placed in the Platinum. There might be some more events and reruns, such as Flying Germans will be set in schedule on February 8th through the 15th, and then the new one is going to be coming up soon. Beyond Space and Under the Radar. Alright, so looks like we got some good events are about to be set up and good to go. No sign of event number 2 from Blizzard Rush after we have been going clear to have the first event from last week as a recap. Here we have Speedtrap, Slalom, Aerobatics, Alpha Grand Prix, Touring Car, Drip, 2 Street Race, and a multi-discipline in Live Extreme Series September Spectacular. Things are about to get wacky, viewers, so let's go and take on in Stadium for having a speed trap will be take place to have a different location, so you might have to grab any dragster vehicle will have to be going quicker and much more faster before gonna have to be moving on in Slalom at the next skill. Gonna have to be patient, take some time, and here it is, take place in Seattle, Washington. Gonna have to go spin around to do some rolling start to be well stand by. But good thing that Lunar New Year is a very good relaxation for Year of the Rabbit. But I know there might be some other events going on from the news as you may ever watch it on television. It is going to be quite heartbroken to see how this tragedy incident during the Lunar New Year turns out to becoming very great, but disturbing by violence is not okay to do this for the celebration in Chinese New Year. But I had to do off topic because of the news, so I have to be much more think positive to stay focused to do this part of today's video segment. You know how it is, so it's better off because just gonna have to think positive, try not to do anything to avoid any drama going on in social real life. Alright, so gonna have to choose any dragster vehicle, so I'm about to go with my Corvette Stingray 7th generation drag race edition. Nitro Chemist is good to go. Let's ride on in and go straight away to be at the stadium to go burn up and raise up the temperature to go crazy and get wacky. Well, looks like we got 2 players in the motorcycles. Okay, there you go. Gonna have to make a good straight. Alright, one down, 343.3 miles per hour. Piece of cake, and clevered as always. New record, 111,306 points. Solid fine work, and consider it done. Now let's go on to be in Slalom number 2 to be at Manhattan. But we know the drill, you guys. Same location and same skill from every different Team Summit event for only several weeks ago, and maybe just gonna have to go for only a few months ago. Okay, position is all set. Go to the options and grab a hypercar. We'll be ready to go. Ever since I've been doing a good experience to be driving on hypercars from last week's event. But maybe I could probably have to go again and choose the Gold Nugget Edition on the Chevy Corvette C7 CR1 convertible or the standard version as a hardtop. Well, give or take, because the termination might be quite putting up to have some exchange parts will be switched up automatically, will go organized. So I'm about to choose the Gold Nugget Edition. Engine on. Golden Rush entered the gate. Okay, looks like gonna have to be much more gentle to have some good clear spots. Come on, just gonna have to go full nitro. Okay, there you go. Now go for the finish line, and there you have it. 19,013 points. Not so bad after all. But there it goes. Looks like the same point by the range. 155,689 points. That should be very good for now. And here comes the aerobatics on skill number 3, West Rim. Alright, so looks like flying in the mountain states in Mojave Desert. Gonna have to give it a go. Keep a good angle. That's more like it. Okay, so far so good. And there goes the next checkpoint. Almost had it. Stay on that position. Going there. Okay, looks like going average should do some more figures. Feel the spirit of a flying freestyle in an air race discipline. "12 seconds left. Gonna have to hurry up and go quickly in the finish line. Points perfect. And there you go. 35,386 points. Solid fine work and absolutely good job. Very nice. 3 skills complete. total chain amount to have a good exact 100,000 point range to be added by over 50,000 points. So 2 of them are all double check, and except one in Speedtrap. Okay, now looks like it's gonna get much more fine drifting to Street Race, Alpha Grand Prix, Touring Car, and a live extreme series. September Spectacular will be set up and be ready to go. But I got everything all planned and set up to have this very good excellent discipline whenever it takes my need to go for any recommend vehicles to go by each type of discipline by 3. Just like all the other events, especially to have 5 episodes of Live Extreme series will be kick off and go extreme to have all kinds of skills and cutscene. So I have to start out to have the Rallycross discipline. We'll be going in to choose the Citroen C3 Racing. Alright, there's one. Go for the UDRS in Sportec. Now for Hypercar in the second leg. Bugatti Debo. Maybe I'll have to give it a go. And the Proto XT3 2018. Here I go, you guys. Here I go, and cue the cutscene before I'll have to be ready to start the show to have a most spectacular moment.
Welcome to the Live Extreme Series September Spectacular, our end of summer special. We're just off the shores of scenic Lake Tahoe. In summer, it's known for boating. In winter, it's known for skiing. Right now, it's about to be known for a rousing, riveting racing experience unlike anything you've ever seen. So join us now for the thrilling action of Live Extreme Series Racing.
Here I come. It's about to go Rallycross racing. Okay, so for only one of the 6 events, it's about to get much more challenging to go for having a normal weather condition.
It's a beautiful day for our September Spectacular with ideal conditions out there on the track. The big question: will our latest breakout star, once a fresh-faced competitor, now a zero-to-hero Cinderella story, be able to hold the spotlight? Or will a new challenger rise up to steal it away?
How embarrassing to do that. No idea how I could probably have to get through with the traction. Sorry about that, folks. I know this is going to be quite very tough start to go complicated.
Our drivers are getting a heck of a view
Gonna have
off
to
that
stay
slope,
on focus.
but they're in for a heck of a fall if they overshoot one of those turns. Let's hope they save the sightseeing for after the race.
There's the jump. So yeah, just gonna have to try to be more passive when you're gonna have to take the first leg in Rallycross discipline in the September Spectacular. But look at it go, because it's about to get much more jumping in to take the first leg and going forward to be on Hypercar in leg number 2. Let's go and grab the Bugatti Depot. We'll be rolling in at the get-go.
While Rallycross cars are built to take a beating, hypercars are precision machines designed for on-road use. Let's see if they can take the heat on rough asphalt in the deep woods.
Huh? I don't know how it happened. Have you guys ever seen that? No clue what it is, but it almost freaked me out.
Those engines are gonna make for a loud wake-up call if anyone's sleeping in this resort area today. Good thing it's not the busy season.
Alright, now where was I? Still got this in the lead. Going closer and face the streets in the hypercar. Cruising around and right on in to have a very good place out there to have a normal condition in Lake Tahoe. But only in real life, because Lake Tahoe just barely went covered in snow. I just remember there since when I was a kid. It's so beautiful to see how Lake Tahoe turns out to have a nice, good blanket of snow.
Our racers are now inside of scenic Lake Tahoe, and they're about to see it from a lot closer up as the Live Extreme Series debuts our new discipline.
Okay,
Hovercraft.
there goes the passing through on the contractor. Now let's go hovercraft racing. Up I go and ride it onto the land and water. Hovercraft drifting and splash on in. Oh yeah, ride for the nitro.
At just over 500 meters, Lake Tahoe is the second deepest lake in the United States. But in those hovercraft, our drivers need to focus on what's above the lake, not below it.
Okay, there we go. Just going to keep it up like that. Stay riding around on the land. Just like drifting. Here it comes. Go recovery. Okay, that's the ticket.
We're on the final
good handling, good traction, and good steering direction.
River bends, but there's nothing traditional about these hovercraft. Now, let's see what they can really do.
Here comes the jump. Land riding in. Now go for the left right turn up ahead. Silberry drill and ride around and do this good hovercraft like every day. Here comes back on the water. Almost to be at 80% in the progression, folks. Just going to keep driving and go right around on the surface terrain. Okay, going for the jump. Back on the land. Keep a good steady mobility onto the ST3. Okay, very good. Looks like I'm very good to be driving on hovercraft. Smooth sailing and good exact elements will be riding around. So after leaving Salt Lake Tahoe, now going enter to be in the Gold County to be followed by the river. And by that Gold County river, it'll have to get closer to be on the next lake where we arrive soon towards the finish line. So this is it. Full final stretch up ahead. Take it and touchdown at the checker flag.
There you have it, folks. A pulse-pounding finish to the September Spectacular. Join us next time. And be sure to follow us on social media for the latest on all the upcoming thrilling events that makes the live Xtreme series so extreme.
Best event ever in the summer season. But we're in the winter season, by the way, folks. But first place is now checked and complete. Almost good enough because 95,712 points should be doing much more greater and better to be at it. But after doing a clumsy attempt from the first leg in the rallycross discipline, I know it is going to be quite very wacky to go crazy, by the way, folks. One event down, 5 more to go, and we're about to be going in to take 2 street race events by starting up by using the Proto HuP One Clumsy Edition in along the Mississippi. So very cool to see how a brand new addition to the Proto HuP One, like a very good exact similarity to the Taxi Service Edition. But on the Clumsy Edition, it looks very much more exactly to becoming very different to have all kinds of different features and different dents to be well scratched up to see it. But it is actually to have the 1930 model, but take a good look, you guys. This one is very much more wacky to see it, by the way. Looks so good, and there is also to have a deer sign to be well attached onto the front grille. Well, it sure does to have a good crazy cab vehicle to be almost to be as a different kind of style. But it looks very cool, but maybe I have to go for a spin to see how it feels. So very cool and very wacky to see how 5 Condition is about to go for the Snow Team Summit. So here we go. Let's give it up and go to see how the Clumsy Edition will do some driving school instruction.
Go, go, go!
So you see, folks, this Clumsy Edition in the Proto HuP One is actually to have this all kinds of different features, and different modification is actually to have this vehicle to be used as a driving school instructor. But the handling is actually to becoming much more different because you may ever see this kind of a different vanity by default. Same thing like the cab addition to the same car, but this one on the right side is going to be currently to be used onto the right side position to be moving around by the animation. Gonna have to kick it up and go inside in to have that interior view, but it looks the same. Same thing and different kind of style to have the steering wheel is going to be going well default by seeing some good differences and changes to this car. But after all, because this HuP One is actually to have a very good driving school instructor car to see how faster it goes. But further mistakes were made to have this vehicle for this part of today's event along the Mississippi. Gonna have to drive careful, try not to hit any objects after clearing every part of the checkpoint. Okay, there you go. Gonna have to go through. There goes the part of the scratch. Now entering in the Kansas sunflower fields. Okay, very good. Looks like still got this to be currently to be on the halfway point. Almost to be at 50% remaining. Going forward, going straight, and past this exam because this car is also to be served as a driving school instructor vehicle. Oh boy, looks like I'm just gonna have to get back on track. What a clumsy move. So there are some other decals for this car that has Ivory Tower is now being well related to it. But I know this is going to get much more fine further attempts after skipping the part, because it sure does giving a brand new addition to this car and very good delicate performance. Gonna have to go to do some drift. 75% in progression is going to get closer towards the finish line to go up the north. Now entered in the Midwest. Gonna have to keep at it. There goes the late braking position onto the turn. %10 to go. Keep driving and gonna have to do this much more integrity. So far so good, dropping away from several opponents. Here comes the finish line, and here we are arriving in Dakota grassland. 4 minutes, 6.684 seconds is clear. So let's have a good check to be on the main outcome. 100% complete, 103,266 points. Now that's what I call a clumsy, clean racing effort. But almost to be at least, because a little bit more dirtier to have all kinds of objects just barely took some beating. Well, now it's about to have drift discipline. We'll be proceed on to the next event in number 3. Let's go to Steel Forge Plant So let's go to Steel Forge Plant for the drift discipline. Grab any kinds of drift vehicles, depends on JDM, European, and American muscle cars will be set up and go right around in Detroit, Michigan to see some good skills by doing a scramble. So I've been currently to be using to have European cars to have the score breaker we'll be putting up to have some chain combo. But not to mention because whenever if I could probably have to choose the Mazda RX-7 Drift Edition or the McLaren MP412C Drift Edition to be on the same per level at 240. So let's find out and get a good snow drifting wacky moment to have a Steel Forge Plant to be on the first attempt. Let's give it a go and stay frosty in the McLaren Drift Edition to be on the 12C. Just gonna have to do your thing, slide around, try not to get caught by objects because it'll have to be much more fine wheel improvement for the latest update. There you go. Make that good chain combo. Stay endurance, keep holding in and hold down the fort. Okay, very good. So far, so great. Gonna have to stay focused to have the next 200,000 points. But I'm at 57,301 points. Okay, that was close. Just gonna have to go grinding on the snow. 1 minute left. I should probably have to keep going faster. More turns, more speed, and more handling. Recipe of drifting catastrophe will go insane to the max. There goes 142,432 points. Come on, just gonna have to keep going and stay on the main track. 30 seconds. Alright, there we go. Go for 25 times combo. Almost there. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And almost there to have that event complete. Okay. Looks like I just stopped at 100,098,686 points. Well, that was so far so great, but the first attempt will have to go for attempt number 2 to be on the second heat. But I still gonna have to take some hard-going effort drifting to be on the hypercar discipline, converted into the drift discipline. But I know how it is, you guys, because one crazy snow drift event, plus having some more skills will have to be step up and do some main attempts will have to go higher without any further contact by any wall. So here I go for attempt number 2. Okay, there goes a construction vehicle. Gonna have to avoid it. Okay, very good job. Now, doing the inside of the clipping point. Proven like a different style of the Gem Haka. Okay, that's the ticket. Almost there to have a very good exact full percentage for taking first lap. We'll go for lap number 2. Wow, looks like this is going to be quite giving a close call. Feel the wind, the cold, and doing the heated tire grip will be on the main pressure. Okay, 30 seconds. Gonna have to stay ongoing. Oh, so very close to avoid touching the wall. Yeah, looks like gonna have to go for the chill drifting, folks. I am on the roll and maximum in 187 times combo. Yeah, looks like this is gonna be so very great. 648,142 points. So very awesome and very good cold-tastic complete. 156,057 points. Attempt number 2 is check and clear. Very good, and time to go for having a 3 vehicle restricted event by starting out to have the Ferrari F40 will be at the Black Hills East. Another street race after along the Mississippi and Steel Forge plant is gonna get much more chiller to have a nice ice cold Ferrari will have to be warm up and beat the cold. Alright folks, by having a different addition to the Ferrari F40 from the touring car discipline, only street race discipline might be quite very good to have custom parts will be installed as possible to see how it turns out to become as a different kind of a racing car category. But it is also to have a real car category to be labeled in the street race discipline. But similarity comes in to have some different changes and well unique modification to have two F40s between two different kinds of discipline. So let's get ready to go and reached up to be entered in the top 3 position.
I don't know why anyone else is even bothering.
First place, here I come, and gonna have to beat the snow and go for the Italian chill. It comes to this because going clean racing is becoming much more far effort will have to be stay on the main grip and traction will be stay on the main grip. Gonna have to go high speed to kick up the pace. Close call. Now go for the follow route just like racing in the US Speed Tour West Edition in Black Hills Special. Good thing the Nitro Chemist still got a good fortune of luck. We'll have to do improvement time. Bring up the speed. Going closer to stay on the streets. Beat the snow and go for the blizzard rush. Going entered for taking the next checkpoint. 38%, almost to be at 40, 10 more to go and then enter the halfway point. Okay, stop right here. Go over the afternoon streets. By the way, folks, as you may ever been participate in 5 hypercar events in Blizzard Rush, because the BMW MA Performance Edition is now actually to have a no rules edition. But we still already got it from Into the Storm Best of from the previous Live Summit event since the end of episode 1. But it is going to be quite very much more fun different to have a different no rules edition with a different car. But I can't wait to get 2 of them as a promise, because still currently to be moving on to have everything whenever I have to be well suited up and stay on the main progress. And by that progress, because I mean I've been still working on it to have coast to coast in New York hypercar event, just gonna have to go for doing a spare substitute moment. But you know, understand, right? Because I'm still gonna have to take some time and be well patient to be on hold. 10% to go remaining. I hope the F440 can still gonna have to keep a good chill temperature to be on the warm effect. Here comes the finish line. Alright, there we go. 2 minutes, 54.766 seconds. Wealthy Collector, and gonna have to be much more pushing up effort to take the second attempt after 1 event video segment will be complete. That's 1 vehicle restriction down, 2 to go. Next up, for having a touring car discipline, we'll go for stage number 7 in the US Speed Tour East Edition. But speaking of which, because the next update after Into the Storm and Blizzard Rush from Motorflix Season 7 is about to be ready to go back into the US Speed Tour series. Well, I don't know what's going to be the next update after Motorflix Season 7 from Into the Storm and Blizzard Rush, as we're about to be ready to head back into the US Speed Tour update again. But mostly to have cities and different kinds of location that will be related to have touring car and Albert Grand Prix. But I bet it does, because I'm not going to have to find out soon enough after we had to be finished in episode 2 in the 7 Motorflix season. Grab your Koenigsegg CC GT and go to have a starting position from St. Louis to Detroit in stage number 7. Be ready and have a very good time to go faster in the rush.
Will the competitors do good in U.S. Speed Tour East Stage number 7? Driving from St. Louis, Missouri to Detroit, Michigan.
Start just putting up with some different vanities on the Koenigsegg CC-GT because everything must be related to have all kinds of different wacky cars. But you guys may remember from the classic cartoons known as Wacky Races. But it is going to be quite very good to see characters, and mostly to have the dynamic duo, Dick Dastardly and his faithful sidekick, Muttley. Well, of course, because those two are just actually to be putting up with some different plans to sabotage other racers by bringing out their own plans, so they could probably have to win the race in no time. But you guys might gonna have to watch it whenever you might need to take a free time. Gonna have to stay focused and go entered in Mudder Road 66. Going straight. Okay, well, I should probably might need to do some early braking if I could probably have to do a follow-up catch-up. Sorry about that, folks. Just gonna have to keep going. Beat the time is always about to go for the chill. Checkpoint going clear. Now currently to be moving on in Ohio. Now in the Roadside Giants. Gonna have to stay driving in, follow the route, and face many obstacles. Will have to be well drive in the snow. Nitro is good to go. Still driving in the middle of the good route position. Here we are in Lower Peninsula. There goes another turn. Inside the apex while you can. Halfway there is almost come to an end and about 2% to be remaining. Going up, going forward, and stop at 60% for only 40% remaining. Okay, splendid work. Gonna have to go clean racing to stay on the main road. Almost there to break at the halfway point. Now coming in. And almost there to be at Detroit, Michigan. Just gonna have to keep riding through. Entered in Detroit area, followed by the 8 Mile. Now go for the braking position, just like this. New center is now going proceed. 4 minutes have passed. There we go.
Coming up to Detroit, famous for IndyCar and street races. Who will become master of Motown Records?
And then, new record on attempt number 1 cleared. 4 minutes, 25.638 seconds is now going cleared. Well, looks like that was a very good snow wacky time attack, you guys. several position and putting up some breaking points, and especially to have a clumsy moment, just like driving the Proto HuP One Clumsy Edition. As for the touring car discipline in the US Speed Tour East, stage number 7 is checked and complete. Now for the combo event in San Francisco to Coastal Range for the Alpha Grand Prix by using the Red Bull RP14, we'll face up and challenge the street race vehicles to see how it'll have to be much more crazier as it goes. This is going to be a very tough challenge for only one Alpha Grand Prix race car in the Red Bull RP14 will be face up to have several street racing vehicles when entering in the combo event. But I got all kinds of vanities we'll be putting up and the prismatic underglow to be set in full in blue. 1002 horsepower and 340 per level is going to be quite good to go to have a very exact top speed in around 268 miles per hour. Let's find out and be prepared for having a 3-second in the grid start. It's going to get much more chill and be amazed.
Listen to the engine. It's saying, let's win.
Okay, looks like got this to be well situated to go under control. Find the perfect line and face many obstacles to stay in the road. Exit from the avenue and go straight forward to be entered in the canopy trees. Excellent, good by the checkpoint. Looks like it's still going stronger blue in the horizon. Keep it up and go. Make that push. Master the time attack to have one street race event. So good to be chill, you guys. Good thing I just barely put my mind up after having some very good one drink amount of tea. Checkpoint going clear. There's another one. Give a good tap on the nitro. Pass through in the halfway mark. Splendid speed, good precision handling, and more wind to go wacky to be on the straight up to have a proper racing strategy. Here comes the next turn. There goes the stop sign. And then it all comes back from last week's live summit event. We'll have to be more successful to have that main route to go at it. Gonna have to do this just like having a good exercise practice. Go high speed. Checkpoint going clear. Watch out for the barrier. Final stretch is just right up ahead. Yes, that's the ticket. 2 minutes 23.421 seconds is now set and good to be cleared on the first attempt. But that's not all, because one RB14 should probably might need to do a follow-up catch-up, as now gonna be going well cleared to have 9 events and skills will be at 100% complete. There you go. Platinum rank is now climbed up to be in 1,132,162 points in rank 3,279 place. Good to be chill, and 5 events except one in the Live Extreme Series September Spectacular is going to have to be on the most normal summer themed temperature, as we're about to be having 5 events. We'll have to go for the cold temperature. But great job, you guys. Great job to have 6 events by each discipline to go for doing some more zany driving skills to go antics. So what do you guys think? So what do you guys think about having 6 events in Wacky Snow? So what do you guys think about having 3 skills and 6 events in Wacky Snow Ride? Looks so very crazy to me, because I just really did my best to be tried out to have the Proto HuP One Clumsy Edition as a fourth vehicle because this one is very brand new for this week. And especially to have the Red Bull RB14 in San Francisco to coastal range is becoming very challenging. But I almost forgot about the rallycross tires. Should probably might quite very good to be needed. But oh well. But stopping at 58,615 points should be quite going at it to be on the main update. So we got another event. So what do you think about having 6 events and 3 skills in Wacky Snow Ride? For me, the Clumsy Edition and the Proto HuP One in Along the Mississippi is going crazy and making some slightly mistakes were made. Especially to have the Alpha Grand Prix discipline in the Red Bull RB14 in San Francisco to coastal range should probably might need to do some improved time. But after all, because it might need to have some rallycross tires, should be quite very good to beat on the snowy terrain. But the drift discipline in Steel Forge Plant by having a very good best European car in the McLaren MP412C Drift Edition, will have to stay longer and go building up to have a chain combo without any contact by touching the walls or barriers. Especially to have a very good best chain combo to go exactly under 200 times amount of combo. But after all, because all kinds of different events might need to have 3 of them to be listed as follow-up checkup. Live Extreme Series September Spectacular, Black Hills East in the Ferrari F40, and SF to Coastal Range for the RB14. But the other 3 and skills has now checked and confirmed to have 100,000 points to be marked on the range. So now, coming up for the next event, because the Winter Theme Summit is about to go for a winter runner for having a sled rooftop to be listed as an epic vanity. Okay, so we got 2 rally raid events, including the Silverado 1500 Interbred Outdoors along with the Chevy 3100. Also to have a Demolition Derby event as a combo by using the fender bolt will be take part to be in the Rallycross event. There's also to have 3 no restriction in Rally Raid, Rallycross, and Street Race discipline along with 2 off-road skills on Escape and Slalom, including the aerobatics will be going again for the second time. Time to wrap this up before at the end of the video because the first part in the Winter Theme Summit in Wacky Snow Ride we'll have to do a 3 follow-up catch-up to have 1 full part of the video along with the separate parts will have to be much more precisely, go hard, and beat the snow terrain in the first part before Winter Runner will be coming up soon in part 2 at the end of January before moving on in February. After Winter Runner, the return of Flying German is about to be ready to go for a rerun on February 8th through the 15th. There is under the radar as a new live summit event will be set in schedule on the 15th through the 22nd of February, and then Beyond Space will be coming soon. After all, one hypercar is going to be quite very good to be available as a reward challenge. So I had to check it out. For all McLaren fans out there, because the 2020 765 LT has now available in $1,538,600 is going to be quite very good to be here as a hypercar discipline. Per level by default in 268 that has 755 horsepower in the top speed 205 miles per hour. It looks so very amazing to have a different price just like the 720S Spider was actually to be made in 2019. So I'm about to go for it and have a good look to have different color selection because maybe I could probably have to choose one of them and then the rims will be well set up to be well official. So now I'm going to have to be choosing with the McLaren Orange. 4 rims available, so I could probably have to choose for only this one. There you go. And this will be my reward challenge. Is going to have to try out and drive this very good hypercar McLaren. Is so very amazing to drive. Thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeviantArt, Twitter, Instagram, GT Planet, and more for see for my own image artwork like UDRS livery, Total Drama fan art with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.